Alrighty, folks. Hello and welcome to Charlotte Motor Speedway. My name is John Theodore, streaming live at twitch.tv/John_A_Theodore.
We're going to restart behind
recorded version of this race will be in the full race archive at youtube.com/John Theodore. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. This is the Dynasty Racing League at Charlotte. It is a 200-lap race, so half the distance of the Coke 600.
Field we have over 30 drivers.
I'm starting 19th, kind of beefed it in qualifying, but hoping to
good luck to everybody.
Get things sorted well and move up through the field, kind of like we did in the 600. So we got half the distance to do it in, but hopefully we can survive through the mayhem and get a good finish out of it. Snapchat and Chill, what's up, man? Good to see you again. We're all thinking right now about getting this restart nailed properly. Pace cars in.
Be ready. Green, green, green.
Nice start. We're in good shape. We got 2 spots already. Looking for a little bit more to the high side, nothing doing there. We're going to go down to the low side on Mr. Aaron James. Nothing there.
Caution. What do you got now? Close. Should be starting behind the 88. Should be starting behind the 12.
Thank you, netcode. Oh no!
We're going to have to come around to 71. Alright, you're going to have to come around to 71, come around to 72. You're going to have to come around
I'm going to have to check for damage.
Alright, you're going to have to come around to 96.
Daniel, that didn't give me contact. Did you get any damage from that?
I got some.
I don't know if I got damage or not, but they gave me a 0x. I think we're good, buddy.
Yeah, I tried to keep it down in the grass there. Thing just would not stop sliding.
Come on, guys. Let's tighten it up. Come on.
Pit lane's open. I'm going to go ahead down
James,
and
you gotta pass me.
check the damage here.
74, come on around.
10-4 is telling me to stay behind the 6.
We avoided the big stuff. All right.
Take tires.
Get the early jitters out. Okay, Daniel, I've got no repairs at all, so you should be good.
Yeah, 10-4, buddy. We're good. I need to change my drawers, but we're good.
Go, hard. Go.
All right, guys, after review, the 64 and 88 were involved in an incident. Looks like they're both just kind of hunting the same real estate there. I'm not going to issue an EOL for that.
Get behind the 80.
I became a lawnmower in that incident.
Yep, no damage, Mike, so somehow I made it through all that without getting anything hurt. And now time for the epic comeback. It's too bad too. We were rolling pretty well there early. Yeah, netcode blessed me there for sure, because I should be done.
Remember, guys, we have a long way to go. These are like driving a concrete truck with a full skin. Make sure we're giving each other a lot of room.
And with all those guys pitting, I think I actually gained spots on the deal. Yeah, I kind of let my attention lapse at the worst possible moment there getting through that. I should be done. Oh. All right.
Hey, Chad.
We used up a life on that one.
Can you check my front end a little? Yeah, tempo. Come on up. From what I can see, it looks alright.
Line up behind the 90.
Only had 20 seconds of
Is there
option,
less?
so it shouldn't hurt the DRL then.
Yeah, it's still the same. But about 53 laps. So, I mean, we're still looking to split this into 50-lap runs. We'll have a little bit better tires, not much than the guys in front of us. Still about just kind of taking care of them.
1 to go. You are on the outside, my man. Hanging out.
Now I'm on the outside on the restart.
Hey, John, I'd like to take this opportunity to say hello to all your fans, by the way.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. They heard it loud and clear.
Yeah, I see it a couple of times a day. John Theodore is turning left again.
Yeah. I figure that notification's as good as any other.
Yeah, it's a good catch.
All right, 1 to green. So we'll restart on lap 5 and then go. Instead of, we got a 195 lap race instead of a 200 lapper.
Coming to the green.
Let's settle down and get this thing going right this time.
All right, boss man, pace car's off. Do your thing. Green.
Oh boy.
Inside.
Not a great restart. Decent.
94. Still there. Still inside.
There we go. Ring the top side around the 90. Perfect. Right back to where we were. Fighting with the 66. Just gonna have to try to pick our way through all of this traffic. Get up there into the top 10 and then start trying to work on a top 5.
Still outside.
Giving him a little bit of room.
Door. Clear. Good job.
Hal is trying to follow me through.
28.971.
All right, 14th place. Well, he wants to wrestle.
28.833.
All right, start lifting a little bit earlier here. I want to take care of that right front.
Outside.
Oh, he's going to the outside. Okay.
Still outside. 29.
I mean, well done.
61. Still outside. Door outside.
Wonder if they made this setup a little bit better for the outside line than the one that we had in
Still there.
A fixed and in the 600. Or if we're going to see everyone still right down to the bottom as being the best line long run.
You're still there. Your door. Clear. 29.1.
It's going by early. We're just having fun. Taking in the sights. Look at that crowd. It's beautiful.
29.266.
Sorry, Chris.
15th spot.
No problem, buddy. Ditto.
Alice is looking underneath the 66.
72.
Nothing yet. In this business, you got to be looking, making a move on the guy in front of you. Otherwise, the guy behind you is going to be trying to make a move on you. So you've always got to be eyes forward. It's Chris James in the 82.
29.516. Working the bottom.
There we go. That gave us a move to the outside of Hallis.
Clear low.
We're going to take it back by him. Now we'll see if we can get a run to the inside of the 66.
29.569. Still outside. Still
And make
there.
that stick.
On your clear. Clear. Outside.
It's coming back by.
Still there.
I put it in a little bit too hard into the corner on the last
Still
one.
there. Clear up
It is
top.
hard to make a move on the inside here.
29.872. Outside.
3 wide.
Clear.
60 car, be aware you are blinking.
Still there. Clear
And
high.
there,
Covering. 30.
here comes Fresno.
Looks like you've stabilized. I will keep you.
That caution was great for him. He had to do that black flag penalty under green. But he is flying through the field.
Thank you.
Inside.
All good. Trying
Inside.
to
Clear.
keep it good to
Inside.
the end.
Inside. Clear.
So we'll see if we can work on him.
29.944.
Jonathan and Jules into 1 if you want to go low.
Outside line's definitely seeming to be preferred right now. Whoa. Don't want to get loose like that off the corner. We did too much of that in practice.
29.774.
Driving it in there a little bit too hard.
Thank you, David. Yep.
Let him get away from me a little bit right there.
Taking 1, Anthony.
30.101.
Down to the inside again. Trying to make it work. Hopefully save some tires. That was the biggest thing that we learned running the 600 is that the inside line, if you can hook that bottom right, you can make decent lap time and keep a lot of tread on those tires. It really helps on the long run. Which it looks like we might well be settling in for now. Stay tight to Chad's bumper here. Make the pass on the outside of the 66.
Still there. Going. side.
There we go.
All clear. 30.25.
Hey, Caden, nice job, man. Very well done there. Michael Causey in the 09. Presented a little bit of a puzzle for Mr. Presnell to solve here. I think was involved in that wreck.
30.37. Outside.
Not bad.
Clear him.
All right, now we have to work on the 09 all on our own. Don't have Mr. Presnell to make way for us here. 09 looks loose, though. We might be okay with that.
30.70.
About 25 more laps until we think about pitting for our first green flag stop. Go. I can see the top 10 up there in front of me. That's a nice little carrot to be chasing right now. I think I want to take it back up high. That low line's just not working. So I can still try to run that high line and be ginger on the tires. But this setup and the handling characteristics of the track are very different from what I was experiencing in the 600. Low line seemed like a better option then. Tonight the high line's been king.
30.343.
Try to run middle.
Thank you, Daniel. I like the king.
Alex. All right, Alexander. Warning.
Dustin's fallen back to 10th after starting, I think,
a little bit there.
top 5.
3 laps in a row?
My car's extremely loose off of 4. I'm just trying to keep it in track.
0.444.
Go around, though.
This is definitely when we start to see some comers and goers here. Guys who were super abusive to their tires earlier are going to be paying the price right now. Ooh. And I'm going to pay the price if I do that too many more times.
08.
I missed that, Caden. All right. Got the next 3 guys down to within 1/10 of a second, so, you know, maybe I can just click them all off. Be in good running spot here before the first round of green flag stop starts up.
outside. Still there outside. 30.637, clear.
Goodness me. Thought for sure he was going to lose that right into my door. Top 10.
Hey, are we coming out on track in turn 1? No, he was through the ground.
30.78.
Oh.
I got loose and came back on the racetrack. I got loose, went to the track, came back on the racetrack.
Chad giving Lee a little nudge down the straightaway there. Hey, Scotty D, how's it going?
30.
Well, one more spot and we're in the top 10. Of course, Chad Presnell is looking to take a position away from us again. Apex Gaming, what's going on?
30.658.
600, I like that number. That's a good number for me. All right. Still don't have car high yet? I will now.
682. Outside. Still outside. Clear, clear, clear.
There we go. That's a spot.
We have a car stopped in
Still there.
finish.
Still inside.
He's rolling again,
It's
guys.
trying to cross over. And that didn't work. Top 10. Only took us 37 laps.
You're burning nice smooth lines when you're by yourself there. You're doing great.
Yeah, it feels pretty nice on the bottom, I'm going to be honest with you. Top was rolling so much speed earlier. I like being able to use both though, because the top is really good for passing. But it's nice being on the bottom in my own lane. Alright. It's a little bit too hard into one. Back to the gas nicely. We're right on his tail.
Outside. Clear, clear outside.
No rush to get around him right now. We've actually been putting
30.85.
Presnell in our rearview mirror a little bit, which is really good for us. Car, I think he's a lap down at this point. He is.
Sorry, James.
26 spot.
We just lost the RSP.
30.791.
Everybody race. There's no rules. Anarchy.
There we go.
Outside. Still out there. 30.957.
That's one tool that the inside line has, is that if you get a good run off of 4, you can make that guy on the outside real squirrely without ever touching him. Momish, how's it going? Top 5 bet, I like it. I'd be very happy with the top 5 at the end of the night. Up to 9th right now, after starting 19th. Had to dodge one big wreck, got lucky with a little bit of net code. Working on the 9 of Jordan Gonzalez next. Fresnel's closed back into within 2/10 on me.
931.
I'll stay outside.
I can see 6th. The top 5 though are just gone.
I'm assuming you want me to go on the outside when you get to me.
30.878.
Yes, sir.
We will be pitting in like 5 laps. Some guys might try to short pit it. I could theoretically go a little bit longer.
96 pitting this time. 96 pitting this time.
I mean, my tires are still good, so I can run a little bit and use that to my advantage in a later run. I don't like being too early to pit road or too late to pit road. Unless, of course, I'm stretching it and trying to get an extra stop. But right now, that's not in the cards. Okay, Jordan, you want to go block my low line? That's fine. I'll just go around you on the outside.
30.99.
Go low, go low.
Outside.
There we go.
Still outside. Clear high. Outside.
He's going to try to fight back.
No problem, man.
Outside. Clear outside.
Uh-oh.
31.052.
Did he still save that? Jordan looked like he was in big trouble. Go low 96.
Inside. Clear him. Outside. Still there at your door. 31.204. Clear high.
There we go. Now where is 5th?
There are 2 pits.
So we're 6 in front. 89 pitting.
Where am I gonna go?
Outside. Clear.
There we go. Right down to 50. Nice as can be. Where's my box? Where's my box? There it is. It's covered up by the 72 pit board. Whew! Good first run, huh? That was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. Whiskey Drinkers, thank you for the follow. 1,000 followers. That's what I'm talking about. We just hit the 1,000 mark, boys. Woo! That's awesome.
32 pitting in. Pitting in. 2-4 pitting. 2-4 pitting.
I'll just merge on the back straight at this point.
Leaders off pit road.
So the 09 got me on the undercut. We'll go get him with these fresh tires. All right.
4, 8. Working the outside. Leaders on pit road. Clear.
Oh, those new tires are
Outside.
substantially better than the old ones.
Clear, clear.
That was a real good first run there.
29.694.
Hey, thank you for the follow there, Mudbath55. Much appreciated.
33.
Oh man, Jordan got some serious damage.
Outside. Quarter outside. Still there.
Hey, Si, I'm hitting pit road again, man.
All right. Somebody's blinking bad.
5, 3, 1.
That'd be me. I'm on the apron.
All right, so where's the leader right now? Oh, we're in front of the leader. We're back on the lead lap. That's good.
Alright, 39's gonna come in this time by.
1.8 seconds to the 09.
9.379. Leader pit road.
50, you're blinking hardcore, man. Shit, sorry.
Getting some more positions.
2, 3. Have faster, now keep it up.
And we are gaining on the 09 now. It's Eric Wolf right up there in front of us. I think those guys must be on slightly newer tires though.
7.
There's the 82. So it looks like we're going to shake out about 7th spot after this all cycles through.
Quarter outside.
There we go, inside the 88.
Still there. Clear, clear outside.
Outside of the 35.
Inside. 29.452. Clear.
I want to have a J.R. Hildebrand moment going around these lap cars. Why is Eric Wolf so slow? How am I catching him? That's doesn't make no sense.
29.491.
74 pitting, 74
Did he get damaged somehow?
74 pitting in 3.
Ooh. 82 with an aggressive move, chopping off the front of the 09 there. This has all of a sudden become a battle for 5th spot.
0.526 outside. Go out there, man. Clear. Caution debris.
I'll take that.
Check up down the back straightaway, check up down the back.
Lining up behind the 82.
And just like that, we're up in the top 5, guys. Things are going well so far.
Turn 2.
All the guys in the back, just to let y'all know, I'm still here in a little bit.
Yeah, this is when I wish I had Brophy. Who wants to play crew chief? We're going to have, what, 66 laps on the board when we get back green, I think. Let's run it from there. 34 and 100. It's still a 2-stopper, I think. Come on, 82.
I didn't give me fuel. Let me on the inside 74. Why wouldn't it give me fuel? That's so weird. Hey, Daniel, says you got back, buddy.
Hey, James,
I'm out of fuel. I don't know why. I pitted and everything.
You're out of fuel, you said?
There we go. That was weird.
Yeah, I pitted and I'm out of fuel. I don't know.
Oh boy. That's one way to ruin a race.
Spring and cheese, nice work, man.
Hard.
Way to go.
I don't know if Tater made it back in or not.
You're going to be lining up
I
behind the
haven't seen
21.
him join in yet.
Not sure how the 21 beat me there, but that's fine. We all call it K&N, Caden.
Well, does anyone know what the caution was? What happened?
Yeah, I mean, it was a checkup, and then the car overcorrected and wrecked, but we're all still
Yeah.
we should be able to move on.
That's going to be a common occurrence for you, Screaming Cheese, especially after races at South Boston.
And we also had a self-spinner, too.
All right.
Guys, I have to pull off just for a tad bit after we pass the line here, down in turn 1. Just pass me and I'll catch back up.
So it looks like we'll sort out in about 6th.
Behind the 21.
7th, 6 or 7, something like that.
Daniel, are you able to clear flags while driving?
Come around the 90.
Which Daniel?
Howard.
So what is it, 134 laps? Yeah, I would need like 68 lap runs. That ain't going to happen.
What was that, Jordan?
He's being interviewed
So we'll split it 47?
I'll pull over in the pits if he's not able to.
So that puts us in the pits. If it's 47 laps, that's 35, 36, 34 gets us to 100, and then 13. So 113, another 47 puts us in.
Black flag clear, but I'm not sure if you're able to do it if you didn't join as a driver.
Coming high, guys.
Yeah, no, the top 6 lap is closed in. It was a mess getting onto pit road. The 09 really took advantage there, going all the way down to the inside.
How about your early
I'll talk about it
Yes, sir.
later.
Can you hear me, bud? I got a new antenna that works
Gears
today.
taking the outside on this restart.
Pin 4.
That's
And
interesting.
1 to go. 1 minute 15.5. 8.
Okay.
2.
We're all in the right
2.
spot.
Remember on these restarts.
Sorry, James. Yeah, I can clear stuff,
Watch to your
but
inside.
they pulled me in for an interview, so sorry.
That right, diving down inside. You can
That's
get
alright. Turns out
Alright, here we go.
Martin can clear stuff, and he's pretty soon in spectator mode, so I don't know. That's interesting.
Night, Moose Pie. Warren, how's it going?
Yeah, I told you guys you can clear it, you just can't talk.
Yeah, Screaming Cheese, man. South Boston's a lot of fun. 136, meaning 160 on 47. So instead of that, I want to do
You might have all
what, 110 and 155. So 45 lap runs.
Test 1-2, radio check, got it.
If it becomes a big deal, I'll just pull over and race control.
Pace
At this point in the season, I don't see it being a big issue, so.
Ready, green flag.
All right.
1 minute 14.0.
What are you doing, 16? Oh my God, that.
Burrow's got a nice restart there.
Reckon up high.
Yeah, but I'll leave this one on you. If you want to stay out, we'll stay out.
Okay, this is changing things a little bit. We can save some more fuel.
Closed. Should we start behind the 62?
But we would need to, I mean, we need to make lap 140 to even think about going all the way. I mean, we're starting to get into a window where we might be able to do that if we had another one.
2003.
Runs are about 55 laps, but you can squeeze 57, 58 out of that.
Pit road will be open this time.
Well, this settles it. I got to finish the 1,000 followers car tonight, which is going to include all the subs. I think I might even put the
trying to get around him into the turn, and
yeah,
looks like
it's
a
going
lot
to be cool.
of neck code going on too.
I mean, I was able to do 58 in the 600, but yeah, that was pretty slow.
Checking up there at the start for some reason.
Yeah, that was the 60 was really low on the start, and that caused a big clump up, and then
Lap down car coming.
I don't know why you weren't able to turn into the turn. It looks like you kind of got already tangled up, like neck code or something dragged you right into the 82.
Is that big just to
Yeah,
just
that's
19
what
on the
the
lead
outside
lap?
did,
Yeah.
the slow start.
Nothing like a long green run. Oh, the tires can handle plenty of laps, Caden. If you're running fuel save, you can do it. If you're running fuel save mode, the tires will keep up with you. Graham Paul, thank you for the host. Much appreciated. Welcome to Graham's Viewers. Well, I know advertising boards in turn 3. I probably have the trackside objects turned down a little bit just to save some frame rate.
Closed.
My PC is not the newest. They'll probably show up there on the replay, though. For the replays, I have everything jacked up. It's just that in-game, I gotta manage things and prioritize a little bit. Did the dynamic track stop working? It doesn't. I can't tell if the dynamic track line's coming in or not. I think it's still working for me, though. Yeah, it is. I can see it over there in 3 and 4. That middle groove is... Good deal, Graham Paul. It is fun. I mean, you know, think about how much fun it is, you know, hanging out and just playing games with your buddies and passing the control and stuff around like that. It's similar to that kind of feeling. Come in, hang out. You got your friends, buddies that come in and chat with you while you're doing it. When you succeed and you get a win or something like that, it's fun running with you too, man. But yeah, when you get a win or a good finish, everyone's on your side cheering you on. When you have bad luck, everyone's sharing in the misery with you, so it definitely makes it more enjoyable. Plus, you get some really good advice from guys who are better than you that pop in and help with your line, and it makes you a faster driver. Probably gained more lap time from streaming than I did from upgrading to the Fanatec. Precisely. I consider everyone in my channel to be a teammate.
Good luck, everyone.
All right.
Chris is telling me to pass you.
Well, we've only burned up 1 gallon of gas in the, what, 6 or 7 laps since we pitted.
Where's the 9 car?
We're up here with some pretty fast dudes now.
9 go up.
Thank you very much.
And we're coming to green this time, but
This is how it always works. I don't qualify particularly well, but managed to work my way up through.
Off. Ready. Green flag.
A little bit late on the button there, maybe.
1 minute 6.
Or was the leader on the outside on that one? However it worked, Jonathan Schwartz has a huge lead going into 1. I was watching the wrong guy, I think. Ain't that white line. There's another one.
Closed right now.
Let's see. Still too early to
Awesome.
make it on one more stop.
Looks like you'll be lining up behind the 21.
Good, James. Sorry, guys. That's on me. Guard just went straight to the wall. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, that was the 26. Just got really loose, went straight into the wall, and collected a lot of cars.
Well, I did have 1,200 miles to work on that strategy, Joel. I ran 2 600s last week, so
you and I did.
I've got a lot of time invested on trying to figure out how to run this track fast on the long run.
Yeah, there's plenty. I just try to stay up and hug the wall.
Got like 3 laps on the tires now.
Kicked me out.
Might actually be worthwhile
Hey
to
man,
pit
you were
here.
supposed to run the iRacing default setup tonight.
But I think everyone's going to stay out, and I think we'll do the same. Yeah. Guard that track position. Got 1 duck in pit road and a few following him back there a little bit.
.35. Got the lucky dog. Got a lap car coming.
Big old bro, I don't do a ton of road racing, but I am going to start doing, you know, I try to work it in when I can. It's something that I want to get better at for sure. And I mean, F1's got me kind of hooked a little bit on, you know, I'm enjoying watching the best in the world run around those road courses. I also kind of set a personal long-term goal for going after that iRacing achievement of winning on every track. So I will start chipping away at some of those road courses again at some point. We'll see. I'll probably pick a series to try to compete for the whole season when season 3 tips over. I might do Skippies or something like that. See if I can run for points over there in whatever division I'm in. Daniel Holloway is done. 1 to green.
Pit road closed.
And we restart on the outside again. Let me see, get the leader right. It is Schwartz. It's 2 to green right now. 1 to green next time by. All these caution laps, you know, the guys who haven't been saving fuel properly could be at a little bit of a disadvantage, but I mean, we're going to be pitting. Let's see, at this point, we are going to have 123 laps to go. That's actually getting real close. Pro Mazda, probably not going to do that. So we're just basically going to run from here. We'll just try to get to lap 120, pit there, and then pit with 40 to go if it goes green. I might do Pro Mazda. I don't know. There are basically 3 cool-looking open-wheel series with Skippy's, Pro Mazda, and Formula Renault.
One to go.
15 electing the
Could be on the outside according to this.
That's right, Upbeat Gamer. I mean, look, it's you're going for a win, which really means that you're going for the best finish that you can get in each individual race. And if you do that, you will get some wins. Wins are tough. iRacing is super competitive. Very difficult to win races in this, but, you know, unless you're super good and, you know, you're an alien like Caden or something like that, then, you know, you can get some wins pretty easily. But from what I've found, the wins are never easy to come by. You got to work and fight and root and gouge to get them, but they are super rewarding when you do get them. All right, get tightened up.
Going green? Yes, we are. Let's make sure we're taking care of our tires. All right, big man. Pace car's off. Be ready. Green flag.
That was a hint of wheel spin there. Just a hint.
6, 2.
Just a sprinkle of wheel spin. Having it down in there. Got to run on Eric Johnson, possibly to the outside. Possibly to the inside. Not looking to pressure these guys overly aggressively right now. I'm in a good spot. Ain't that white line. I do want to get up there a little bit further, though. I want to get this thing in the box, but right now is a good spot to save my tires, not get overly aggressive with it. Let them wear their stuff out and have something for them at the end of this run. Yeah, man, we'll definitely team up, especially if it's a plate track. Always looking for drafting help at those plate tracks, Daytona and Talladega.
I'm sorry to say that you didn't. I was looking at my mirror and you just popped out at the last second.
Eric Johnson and Eric Wolf going at it.
29.14.
Battle of the Erics. What's the proper way to spell it? With an A or with an E? These two are going to settle it right here. Of Brandon Dalton's charging pretty hard too. Hey, Rick. Where is he? Yarrick.
Yellow.
Okay.
So what you got going on out there, bud?
Now,
Road is closed this time.
I think we can make it on just one more stop from here.
I swear to God, man.
Because we're going to have, I think if we split this into a 57, if we can get to,
Same boat with you, brother.
what? I mean, a 55 lap run's awesome. That's 110 laps to go. But if we can make this on 257s, what's the number that we have to get to? 143?
Mic check.
I got a copy on you.
Sorry about that earlier, boys. I've lost power and everything.
And it looks like that's going to be the 30 at fault. Got into the rear end of Aaron James, turned Aaron James sideways, then George in the 30 went up into the wall, and that comes down into
There's
Gonzalez
the 50 miles
in the
per
9
hour
and
mark.
causes that little chain reaction.
Running an 8th.
Rip 74.
What are we doing there, 85? Wait, can I get the rookie done?
All right.
Ooh, pit speed. Safety, you are still blinking.
Go Mango, go Mango.
Decent pit stop. Held my spot. Fine with that. Got full of fuel. 98% on the rights. 97 on the left front, interestingly enough. Think 144 for the pit.
Gonna be lining up behind the 21.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we burn no fuel, though, so I'll try to make it to 144 if we can. I think it might be a 140. Pit, if we can pit 143 coming to 144, I think we can do that. We'll just run it nice and easy, fuel conservation mode, and hope it goes green, and then we'll be on the right strategy. This is a good opportunity for some of the guys who were a lap down to get the wave around too, so we're going to add some cars back to the lead lap. Or not. We still only got 19 on the lead lap. Some of the guys who were multiple laps down can get their laps back. Yeah, that's divided in two.
Get behind the 21.
Thing is that I can burn very little fuel under caution, but I can't burn no fuel under caution. So, but yeah, getting to lap 144 makes my life a lot easier, for sure. The fuel consumption-o-meter over there, though, is saying
Two things to keep in mind. One, again, you do have an in-car camera. The other,
a little bit
there's
different.
debris that is
But I've been pretty
typically
aggressive
flies
on
around this
fuel
way, so we'll keep
early
an eye
in
on
this
water
race.
temperature throughout the day. 1
We'll be a
minute,
little bit
20,
easier on it
25,
here.
7, 9. Should be on the outside this time. Looks like you'll be lining up behind the 24.
Just look for any opportunity to save a few drops. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping it goes green right now. I would love for this to turn into a fuel mileage race. I can possibly win that. We can squeeze every last drop out of this deal. So we're looking to get 143. If we get 144, that's a bonus. And then we'll do everything we can to make it from wherever we get to.
We're going green this time. Remember, they fan out down there, so protect that bottom. Pace car's off. Be ready. Green.
There we go.
1 minute 11.0.
Inside had a little bit trouble
Inside.
rolling that time.
Still there, quarter inside. Still there. Clear, clear.
Back to the gas, nice and easy.
30.099.
Not trying to run super slow,
Nice save there, number 30.
just trying to run efficiently.
Inside, inside, inside. Still there, your door. Clear. On the bottom, inside.
Uh-oh.
Still inside.
Go, 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 go! Miss it! Okay. Woo!
Can you see the pit sign now, or does it get more acclimated to it, or is it still difficult? Closed right now. All right, looks like
Well, now everyone can make it.
behind the 0, 9.
I'm sorry, Mike. I tried to give you enough room.
We can stretch it from here a little bit further.
Lining up behind the 55. You're going to be lining up behind the 55.
But now I don't think it's going to be much of a problem. So we can go to...
That looks like the 24 caught a little bit of the apron coming out of turn 4, and the 09
145. 145, 146 were golden.
Run into him, and that causes him to go into that tricky spot there out of turn 4 into the wall, and he comes down into the
We don't even need to save if we can make it that far.
A little bit of a racing incident there.
Open.
I feel like the track state is messing with our heads, because it started with a lot of grip, but it's not getting it back, even with fresh tires, at least for me.
There's a few going down pit road.
Get behind the 55.
That wasn't but a lap, was it?
88. Got the lucky dog. I have a lap car coming on the outside.
I don't think the tires are going to...
Let's play the game of how many laps will it take before I blow my motor. Go!
Is that in caution or green?
At whatever point it is during the race, caution or green.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Even
think
the
I
white
need the
flag,
fuel
the red
because
flag
I've
may
saved
count.
a good bit here. The guys who pitted there definitely can make it. Everyone who stayed out for track position. So that's the problem, is that 68 has new tires. Kind of kicking myself. I wish I'd pitted. I would have been in better shape. But oh well. I think we're fine. We didn't really abuse our stuff there. Beer 30, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. You know what they say, man? It's beer o'clock somewhere. Everyone can make it realistically on one more stop now. It's just a question of...
Closed.
Are they saving properly? And do they want to? Yeah, I think we can go for full burn from here and make our number. Actually, we might still need to be a little bit cautious on fuel consumption, because we want to make, now I'm thinking 145 is our number. That's where we'll pit. Thanks, Kendutsu, man. Really appreciate it. Couldn't have done it without you. So yeah, 1K followers. That means I'm I'll be running the 1K follower car for the rest of the week in the National Series once I finish up the scheme tonight. Basically got the paint completed. All that's left is to put the names of the subscribers and donors on there. It's a project. It'll be a little bit.
To go. You'll be on the inside here. 1 minute 20.038.
Alright, come on by 88. Where you at? There you are.
Alright, here we go. Hey, Mookie. I don't know how to pronounce that. Mookie Kev is what I'm going to call you.
Hi,
Welcome.
guys.
Appreciate it.
Just hanging out.
Getting Morgan. Mookie, I think that's what it is. Anyway. So we're restarting, 94 laps complete. Got 106 left to go. And we're targeting lap 145 for our next pit stop if it goes green.
Get them all cleaned up there, bud. Give themselves a good tug.
I've got a few German followers, and I did take some German in 7th grade.
Be ready. Be ready. Green, green, green.
Once again, just a whisper of wheel spin.
1 minute 15.667.
Just a hint of wheel spin. Tidbit. A morsel. Now Thomas Harriman's going to encounter the difficulty of trying to run in the wake of these other cars. He's been faster all night. He's on fresher rubber. I'm just going to not try to fight that too much and let him ride on through. Try to kind of just hold where we're at. Want to make lap 145. Hey, stay hydrated. But I think I'm doing all right on the hydration. I had some good practice time earlier, so that's always good. Battle's about half done. Which is about where it should be. It's going real easy on the tires. Easy on fuel. It's not alcohol, it's water, guys. Come on. You know that by now. If I was drinking straight alcohol at that rate, it would be a different story.
29.154.
Just nice and easy. Leisurely Tuesday evening drive under a beautiful starlit sky in Charlotte, North Carolina. Indigo Liberty, though. I mean, you're so inclined to, join the It's Water, I Swear movement. You can do ! shop, I think it is. And check out my fan shop on Cafe Press. Get you a flask that says It's Water, I Swear on it, or maybe a shot glass or something. That's the logo that I've been running on everything other than the Cup car this year.
29.5.
Yeah, that's the hope. I'm saving a lot more tire than the rest of these guys are right now. So we are hoping that it stays green and this strategy plays out the way that I want it. We're about due for another long green flag run here. Here comes Eric Johnson. He must have put it on that last one too. How are we looking over there on fuel? Are we should be seeing like 40 laps left right now? Yeah, it looks good. I'm even a couple laps to the good over there. Perfect. That's what I want to hear. So that's the thing, is that the rest of these guys might be able to make it all the way, but if they weren't saving as aggressively as I was under caution, and if they're running it harder than I am under green here, they might be in a little bit of trouble on that. Now, Thomas Harmon pitted last time. He doesn't have to save. He's got plenty of fuel.
29.933.
Want any back end kick out.
29.993.
So I'll put it on 145, coming to 146 is the plan. But actually, if I can get one extra lap, I mean, hey, I'm just going to run it right to there, and that should be good. Hey, Miller Extreme 84, thank you for the follow, very much appreciated. Welcome to the family. Yeah, I mean, right now, I don't really feel like I need to run any harder than I'm doing. Because I'm kind of saving the tires too for a long run anyway. Last thing I want to do is burn them up. And there's a caution. So all fuel strategy out the window. We can 100% make it on one more stop from here.
You'll be lining up behind the 85.
It's car 1 and 2.
All right.
39 loose out of 4.
Been that way all night, just now decided to let go.
That's too bad. He was having a pretty decent run. He was up there in the top 10 when the last restart. There we go. Got to keep the hydrated bot happy. So all that strategy's out the window. Now we're probably just looking at like a, you know,
Pit road will be open this
43 lap run, pit, 43 laps. He's been running up front all night. He's been pretty darn quick.
Go man, go, go man, go.
So putting him on a tire advantage, that was going to be a hurting for the rest of the field.
Pit crew, you get a thumbs up from everybody? Okay, whatever, our backup channel, make sure everybody's on it, can hear me.
Gained a spot there, that's good. We'll get the inside line on the restart. 7th spot, and yeah, now it's go hard time. We don't need to save no more. I mean, we still take care of our tires and take care of our equipment, but we're going hard. I primarily drive oval, but you will see me on the road courses from time to time. All right. Two to green.
Ask your lady to bring you a big ass cup so you can piss in it.
Chad's got to go get a pit stop, I think.
I gotta take a piss.
Yep. I have not driven the 24 hours of Nordschleife. I might do that at some point. Probably not this year, but at some point, that's a possibility. Did Chad really come from 15th up there? I thought he was running up in front of us. I would be worried about
Line up behind the 24.
if he took 2 tires, that's going to be bad on the restart. I tried 2 tires last week in A fixed. It is just loose. Spa is a cool track for sure. Yeah, I would be such a mess if I tried doing a 24-hour race right now. I would just be a drag on my team.
Should be on the outside
Coming
according to this.
back up here, guys.
1 minute 20.168. All right, buddy. Line up behind the 24.
We're going to take our spot here.
Martin, do you have your ears on?
Chad's going to be
Excuse me, 89.
coming and
Excuse me,
slotting
guys.
up
I'm coming
through.
around on the outside.
What's up?
Just be advised, there might be a passing under a yellow flag flags that need to be cleared this restart, but looks like
I'm coming.
just in
Yeah, just call them out, guys.
What a mess. Guys with their bathroom breaks. All right, here we go. Yeah, I like all of it. Bitrate, I'm streaming at 720p. 60 frames, I think.
Tighten them up. You ready? We're going green this time.
I tried 1080, and that didn't work so well.
Ready? Ready, green flag, green flag. 11.668 inside. And you're doing a damn
The
good
heck?
job, you know that?
Did Hollis stay out or something like that? So we are in 7th. A little bit slower than these guys right now, but we'll try to take care of our tires and see if we've got something for them later. There we go, that's hooking it. I don't know what bit rate. I couldn't tell you, Beer 30. I don't even know where to find that setting.
28.865.
If you watch my Twitch streaming tutorial, you might be able to figure it out from that, because I just set everything up recently again and recorded a tutorial of it.
Caution. Save your stuff, save a little fuel. The road is closed.
Y'all really do need to learn how to let off the gas just a little bit and roll around instead of hitting the brakes hard like that.
All right, buddy. Line up behind the 55.
What was that, 2 laps or 3? I think we might pit here. Take on a little extra fuel. And it's just 40 lap runs to the end.
Pit road is open.
I don't think I'll lose too much in the way of track
The 71 and the 88 kind of got into the same piece of real estate there. There was some room for the 88 to go up, but stayed on his line, and Jackson kind of coasted up into him.
Yep, this is the call. Oh. Barely got in there right. That was close.
Go, 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 go!
Look at that. Beat Mr. Presnall out. That worked out quite well for us.
68.
There's a little bit of cushion past the sign, but yeah, that was like, I was right in that in that tight window. I thought I was good though. You learn how to manage it over time. You just learn to kind of sense where it is. I thought I might have had to back up there too.
Mine is absolutely atrocious tonight.
Mine didn't do too hot last time, so I didn't trust him this week.
I didn't
Mine's
hear
eating
anything.
ice cream.
I think that's what's mine doing. The fastest stop I've had has been 13.5.
Looks like you'll be lining up behind the 68.
Oh, they're talking about pit road time, pit stop times.
I think mine's around that at Duck State.
We're gonna have to come around at 90.
All right. So we're in 8th anyway. If we would have stayed out, we would have been 5th, maybe. Yeah, it looks like 5th. But on worse tires. Not much worse, 1%. But that's worth like, I don't know, 10th, maybe 0.2 a lap. The initial start, the fall off from lap 1 to lap 2 is pretty extreme, and then it does kind of level out after a little while, but tires really matter here. That's one of the big things that I learned running the 600. Tires matter so much. Even just a couple laps can make a difference. Not huge, but they make a difference.
One to go. Should be on the outside according to this. 1 minute.
So who's the leader?
7.
Shorts, he's taking the inside. That makes that easier on us. Chris James in the 82. That's going to bottle up the inside line potentially. So that could be good for us. It looks like he's got some damage. Not a ton though.
Y'all gonna let that 9 car by?
Steady, let me by.
All right, here we go. We're going to get back to green flag running here with 78 laps left.
Baby, get them elbows out. Go
That's
like
right. Get them elbows up. Let's do this thing. Pace car.
That. Boss man, get ready. Green flag.
Oh, look at this start that the 32 got there.
1 minute 16.57. Still inside.
Yep, I was worried about that 82 holding up the inside line, and I was right.
Clear, clear, clear.
Oh, he's got no front end. Why did he stay out?
James is holding me up.
I don't understand why he stood out there. That made no sense.
30.091.
It worked out for us.
Second.
Time for Colt. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Welcome to the family.
God.
And there's a yellow.
Get that.
I'm thinking we're going to want to.
That was a lap and a half.
Close to
There was him on the bottom of the track, man.
behind the 85.
Just a caution fest tonight. This is not typical for this league.
I wasn't trying to.
Nice, man.
James was. He didn't go on the start, and then he must be down on power or something, because I ate him up in that corner.
Yeah, well, I mean, I gained 2 spots on that yellow, so.
Yeah, 10-4. I was doing everything I could to keep from wrecking you. So hard checkups.
Sorry about that. Well, it was just I was trying to say hi to James too, man. Sorry.
Pit road
Alright,
is
good.
open.
You're good.
82, are you aware that you don't have a front end? So now we'll restart from 5th.
That's 50 got into the rear of the 02, kind of sending him loose through the turn.
35. Got the lucky dog. I'll be having a lap car come to the outside.
Yeah, we've just been getting a lot of cautions tonight. We had one real nice green flag run that was great, and then yellow, 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 yellow.
Theodore, you and the guys behind you you took the last caution, right?
Yeah, it's a Big 10-4 driver.
Okay, I was thinking you guys were on specials. I'm not gonna give you any crap up there.
So Hustad's the first one with the tires that I got.
People lose their name.
John, can you read?
Yeah, I can read the
Driver.
You're a driver.
Yeah, that's the idea, Upbeat Gamer.
Brandon.
I've got myself in a good position, just got to make the most of it from here out.
Yeah, I think his name is Brandon.
His name is Robert Paulson.
have a wide spread of tires here, folks, so let's be smart.
Daryl, 6th in IndyCar at Kansas. Nice, man. Well done, dude. Is Kansas single file high in the Indy cars the way that it is in these cars, or can you race? Let's see, if we get another one of these cautions real quick, we'll definitely pit.
I'm taking the outside on this restart.
Nice, that's good, man. Glad to hear that.
Leader on the outside.
Oh, great. I didn't want to hear that.
1 to go. Just be smart about who's on your outside there.
That was good for the 85.
20.702.
Might be good for us. We'll see. Still got 70 laps to go. This has been plodding along. We had such a good start to this thing, and then it's just like wreck. We got, what, 18 on the lead lap?
Did a really good job, man.
Guys, I think I lost my motor.
Oh no.
Yep, I think
There it went.
Well, I'm out of fuel, I'm not sure.
Pace cars.
Get ready for black flags, Martin.
Ready.
No, I have enough fuel. I think I lost power in the motor.
That thing off straight. Looking nice.
Wow, no smoke or anything.
1 minute 16.388. Working the top. Still there.
I don't know why I have black flag.
They're still there outside.
All right, come on.
Still there.
Just got to make it down into turn 3 well.
Who needs flag clear?
There we
Still
go.
out there. Clear.
And we're in 4th.
29.946. That's you winding that thing up now.
Anyone else with a black flag?
We're following Houston again. Just like we did in practice earlier.
Sorry, but
Oh, goodness. That was contact behind us between Burrows and Johnson. Oh, Burrows through the grass.
Second in the front.
28.757.
Keep it straight. Let's hopefully keep this thing green.
Good save, Anthony. Whoever that was.
5th of June, Porsche GTE. Heck yeah, man.
Good racing.
I love the Porsches. Oh, no. He saves it. He doesn't save it. He's through the grass.
And again.
29.442. Outside. All clear, my man. Be patient, be smart.
man, Eric, that for
Outside.
yeah, Eric, that definitely wasn't intentional, man. I was right on your ass as you missed that apron there.
There goes Johnson
Still out there.
to the high side.
Outside.
50, you are blinking.
Still outside. 29.384. Still outside.
Come on. Trying to hold on to this 3rd spot.
Still outside. All clear.
Did a nice job getting around me on the high side.
Outside.
Fresnel's going to the high side too.
8.4. Still there. Clear by half.
I can drive it down into the corner when I want to. I don't have a 0x race going because I went through the grass earlier. So I'm at a 1x. Thinking that Chad running in my back end there was not the best idea on his part. That really yeah, no, that didn't help his cause at all.
Inside. Still there? Still there in your door. Door quarter clear.
68 has been fantastic all night.
5, 6, 6.
And we're in 5th.
All right, Wolf. Inside when you get to me, brother. Thank you. Victor, you are blinking still.
They're side by side for 3rd.
You should probably get a new squirrel.
'21's got a little bit of damage on the front. He had that contact with Burrows. They're bouncing and juking a little bit. Hey, LA Plays, how's it going?
29.712.
'Alexander Russell down in the apron. I'm not sure what he's doing. Oh, okay.
5th spot. I'm doing well, man.
It's the third line now.
Having a good night so far in the league race. Got 3rd earlier in the National Series.
I'm watching around Eric Wolf and
Just hooking this bottom lane right now, trying to take care of my stuff.
29.844.
This thing stays green. We'll pit with about 40 laps to go,
Don't know when you get to me, guys.
which is going to be in about 20.
Shit, wait, don't scare me. I just got past me.
It's go time, man. The Dolphins is way too quick.
I understand, brother. I understand.
29.8.
There is no making it to the end from here. But if you were to pit right now, you would be able to make it to the end with some saving. Yeah, I think the 29's maybe using a little bit more tire than I am. The longer this run goes, the better this is looking for me, I think.
29.966.
Unless I do entries like that, that was pretty abusive to my tires. That'll be a little patient when I get back to the throttle.
30.10. Outside. All clear, my man. Outside.
Check up in the one, check up in the one.
Uh-oh.
Give me room.
Caution.
There's a yellow, and we can make it from here. So unless there's cautions, this will be our last stop.
Now my new tires won't be such an advantage anymore.
These cars know that section.
Loose out of turn 4 through the tri-oval down to the grass, comes back on the track, and door slams Joey Gonzalez in the 9, then comes, gets out of control, comes back up through the turn 1, so that's on Jeffrey Meyer in the 50.
80, don't be dragging your ass in the pits if you're going.
I'm not.
Go. There's my pit board. Come on, boys. Give me 4 tires and fuel quickly.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep up with the 89.
10-4. I didn't mean to come at you like that. I just didn't know what was going on.
I didn't know that behind me until you said something about dragging my ass. I was like, what the fuck I do? I didn't do nothing wrong. Just trying to run my fucking race here. Not bad.
You want to get sassy? You want to get sassy, big dog? You had about 2 car lengths in between you and 89. I'm trying to race 89 on pit road. Go fuck my race up. It's that easy.
Whoa. Yeah, you can't put that on me either. I was on the bumper of the car in front of me.
No, it had nothing to do with you. He was just laying way back off of you and told me to stay behind him.
Yeah, 10-4. I had to deal with that earlier in the race.
Not fucking anybody's races up. That's all I'm trying to do. Run my race. Didn't know you were the one behind me.
All right. So we're going to be in 4th. I've been getting good pit stops at Charlotte. Knock on wood.
So then this will be your final warning. Cursing is not allowed.
Yeah, please just watch the language and bring that to the boxing ring. Understand, tempers a player in a little bit there.
Why do I serve my country again?
What's that?
I mean, that whole freedom of speech thing, that whole thing, I served my country for me and Ted. Just wondering. You know, nothing, guy.
Yeah, freedom of speech only implies that the federal government can't limit your freedom of speech, not private organizations.
Yeah, Roseanne Barr found that one out the hard way, didn't she?
They won't limit it.
With the standard iRacing rules, you ever race official, big red letters, so it's no surprise. We don't need to challenge it. Move on.
One to go.
Sorry, I hurt your feelings.
But we're going to be on the outside this time. 1 minute 20.1.
Oh goodness, boxing ring is coming into the race tonight.
I'm taking mortar fire in Iraq. This ain't nothing.
Alright, here we go. So we'll be 4th. Outside line of row 2. Closest we've been to the lead all night. Just make it a nice clean start and then run 50 perfect laps. What will be, will be. If I run 50 perfect laps and they run 50 perfecter laps, there ain't nothing I can do about that. All right, here we go.
But get her cleaned out real good. Coming to the green here.
Pace car.
Pace car's off, be ready.
Oh, he went right on the pace car. Dang it.
Green.
I got the 21 right on my bumper now. 55 got a jump.
14.6.
That dropped us back to 5th. Felt good through 1 and 2 though. And to feather it a little bit off 4.
29.556.
That's how I know I got everything. And it pegs the rev limiter at the end of the front straight. I love that sound. It's that little blip so that you know you touched it. It is getting really intense up front. I think there was contact between the 58 and the 32 up there. Right down low on that white line, just paint it all the way around. Staying with them for now.
0.764.
They are racing really hard.
I'm sorry if I was blind.
58 is right on his bumper. He makes the move.
I want to go should have had you not there, David. You were
To the inside of the 32. They are side by side, all 4.
I just made that comment. I couldn't figure out why I'm faster on the straightaways.
28.849.
I just burped it on the rev limiter again. I love hitting that chip. New leader, 58. Here comes Thomas Harmon making it interesting. And the 68. Oh, and he's loose. And the 32's loose.
29.08.
I've caught right back up to the bumper of the 55.
Working the outside. 29.228. Still there. Clear. Clear.
Messed up in the middle of 1 and 2 there. That gave him the spot back. I touched the brake a little bit. Felt like it was going to push up on me. This is fun.
29.4.
This is really good stuff. Yeah, it was too much of a slide going into 1.
Holy shit, David, you get me.
I'm sorry, man.
Well, look who's coming back now. It's Anthony Burroughs.
Warning. God damn.
Got my foot in
I
it.
almost had a heart attack. I swear to God. I'm scared.
Digging off the corner best I can.
First I did the race, bud. You'll be all right.
Yeah, it's locked.
Yeah, 10-4,
I
Mike.
don't know why I got such a heck of a run there.
81.
It's really just got to turn perfect or something like that.
Top 5 is going to require some work. We're going to have to beat someone who's really good tonight to get it. Couple someones.
29.531.
Oh. Slid a bit much. Yep, 10-4. Definitely overdriving it going down into 1. Three and 4 have been feeling nice, but turn 1 and 2 overdriving it a little bit. So let's back this up a little bit.
06.
Fifth spot. We got 40 to go.
Sorry, man. I didn't mean to do that.
Ah, dang it all.
Still inside. 29.785. All good. Outside. Still there outside. Clear.
Yep, nice job, nice pass.
58, I'm assuming you want it to go high.
Yes, sir.
29.951.
Hey, hey. Fubekestor, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Not sure how to pronounce that. It's a little bit different track conditions, Mike, a little bit different setup. Ooh. I have noticed that the high line's been really quick tonight.
0.077.
I've ventured up there a few times and it's fast for a few laps. Great place to make passes. But yeah, I don't know how it's going to settle with his tires at the end of the run. I found the bottom on the long run to be just about right.
30.138.
That's also part of it. Do you actually get the long run or not?
Fine, fine.
Outside, outside. Still outside.
Thanks,
Door outside.
Come on, 39. Don't race me off the corner, man.
Clear. 30.242.
No problem, Sean.
Outside. Still outside. Clear high, clear high.
Thanks, 96.
Yep, no problem.
30.228.
Good run there, George.
Outside. Still out there.
Leave one out there.
All right, gentlemen, go there.
Clear
All
outside.
right, there we go. Clear the lap traffic.
I'm getting tight. I don't know where I'm going to
Fixed setup, Duke OG. But they do their own setups for this league, so it's different from the fixed setups that iRacing does.
30.198.
Although honestly, I haven't noticed a huge amount of difference between this one and what we were running in the 600. Maybe a little bit less tight on entry, but it's pretty similar. Still over driving turn 1. Might actually be cooking my right rear more than anything with that. Dropping a little bit of time to the top 5. Just don't seem to have anything for me at the moment. Looking for a little more speed.
You got this, George.
Yeah, I wasn't used to that line. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good. So what my trailer did.
30.43.
We're driving 1 under, driving 3.
What lap for the leader zone?
171.
Yep, costing me at both ends too.
30.492.
That felt about right for turn 1. Things starting to get loose coming off 4. Big time loose.
30.591.
.28 to go.
'96 sitting, '96 sitting.
Maybe I can. I don't know, man. It's stepping out on me pretty good coming off 4. I'll try. Why are people pitting? It's all the lap traffic, though.
30.513.
I'm good on fuel, right?
Outside. Still there? Clear. Good job.
What's it say? 29, yeah. I'm good. Okay.
Outside. Still outside. 30.772. Clear. Good job.
He's right up there by the wall now. He might have gotten into the wall. See what I mean about that loose condition coming off 4?
30.588. Outside. Clear high. Outside. All clear.
I do not understand why lap cars insist on racing lead lap cars off of corners.
60 car got a run.
I'll never understand that. Yep, he's running the Kyle Larson line, but I do think that that's going to chew his tires up. But he ain't even thinking about tires. He's just trying to gain. All that matters for him is wins right now.
30.506.
Holy shit. Sorry, wait.
Yeah, 10-4 on that.
hearing me, guys?
30.
Popped out of nowhere.
1, 2.
Hey, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Can't see the name right now. 4 Tires and Fuel. Thank you very much. Welcome to the family. Down to the inside. Come on, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Oh. Gap's stabilized.
30.5.
It's been 1.9 for the past several laps. He's back down to the bottom.
Hitting this 9. I got to. I'm gonna run again. Boom, hit the wall. I go again.
30.70.
We're going to be just good on gas. I don't know. Running the high line, using more gas. Some of these guys might be in trouble. We'll see. Big Dave, 4028, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Welcome to the family.
672.
Crossed the 1,000 follower mark tonight. That's exciting, exciting stuff for the channel. And for me, that's cool. I would love to celebrate that with a top 5 in this race, but may not happen tonight. We'll see.
30.645.
All right. Yeah, 10-4, Mike. I've noticed that the gap kind of stabilized.
9.
Ooh. That was just a scrape. That won't do a bit of nothing. Just kissed it.
Seems to stay in the gas on all those windshield tires.
Got 16 laps to go.
30.809.
Say hi.
That's right, just need to run smooth. Where the 90 came out is going to help. Oh my goodness.
30.758.
Car just tried to kill me going through the double dog leg there. There we go, that's better.
30.787.
Yeah, 10-4 on that, no grip on the right rear on exits. Basically got to have the wheels straight when I put the throttle down now. This 39 car's making me nervous.
Inside. Clear, good job.
All right. That cost me a little bit of time. Just drive it. Steady on. Oh my goodness.
30.944.
Thank you, Mike. We got coming up on 11 to go here.
Outside, outside. Clear, 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 clear. 30.8.
Thanks, Big Dave. Appreciate you. All right.
A little warning next time there, Musial.
Ten to go.
In the green, gentlemen.
30.931. Could be 10 laps to go this time.
We ain't gonna catch the guys in front of us, but we should be able to hold what we got. Sixth place finish tonight will continue to help our cause in the points. Got tires coming up here. Go low, 71, go low.
Inside. Clear, clear, clear.
I wonder if the cars that have damage are just burning more fuel because of the damage. They're probably able to run more on throttle time. Yeah, it's all good. I allow a good chunk of the cuss words. I do try to keep the channel family friendly, but there are a few that I'm not a fan of because they have a racial or a gender component to them.
30.938.
All right, coming up on 6 to go. Ho, 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 ho.
30.93.
12 more corners. And we got a solid finish. Johnson's closing in. Eric Wolf's closing as well. I forget exactly how we got in front of Eric Wolf. That was the tap from Hustad. He never fully recovered from that.
30.916. 5 to go this time.
All right, 5 to go.
Outside, outside. Clear high.
Four laps to go.
31 flat.
Don't worry, man. You're all good. Three to go.
Sorry, got loose. I'm staying high.
Uh-oh.
What the fuck are you doing, James?
31.017.
Holding my line.
That was some real language there. Oh, my goodness. Don't say that.
Start muting people here.
Don't yank Chad's chain like that, man. He will remember that. That just cost him a spot in the top 5.
Start spotting that entry.
2 to go.
31.044.
I guess we're gonna find out if everyone did have enough fuel to make it to the end. We'll see. I think we're all gonna be good. I'm like 4 laps to the good, so everyone else should be good, even if they were running the high line.
Stay up there, man. White flag.
Did not get the runoff of 4 that I needed there. Last lap.
31.02.
Hopefully the 82 just doesn't come into play. We're 3/10 up on him.
All right. Good win, Jonathan.
Thanks, mate. Great race. Go ahead for that.
Well, at least I got some readings.
I'll take 6th.
Hey guys, we all know this wasn't the best race of the season, but way to finish out a long green flag run. Thank you guys for sticking it out. This is the longest race of the year. I'm sure the boxing ring will be interesting tonight, but again, thank you guys for coming out. Top 3.
Thank you guys. That was fun.
Leave your cars connected to the
They
track.
did settle the correct spelling of Eric.
Great win, burn it down. If anyone has any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know. Thank you.
Oh goodness, they're playing bumper cars.
How much fuel did you guys have left?
6 laps.
Chad, you need to go, like, whoop, really?
Sure, I ran out at the line. I put the clutch in late in that run with like 10 to go because I knew it was going to be like a lap short.
That's really mature to 55.
Going on the wrong side of the garage.
I'll take that.
Coming up the right side now.
Still got some gains to make, but
leaders might run out because they
you know, with races like that,
good one, Jonathan.
I'll have a solid shot.
Oh yeah, he was yelling at me for
Hey, Lightning McQuinn, 91. Thank you for the follow.
They gonna do.
So with races like that, I'll at least get into the playoffs and have a real shot at this thing.
Thanks, guys. Great race tonight.
I got, you know, a few months to try to gain some extra speed on the front 5 there.
Good race, guys.
Yeah, real good race, everyone. Nice win, man. What is that Jonathan Schwartz? Yeah, congrats, man. You earned it. Nicely done.
Good finish, John.
Thank you, sir. Good run for you, I guess. Yeah. And Eric, man, good racing with you at the end there, dude. You had me nervous there.
I'm trying.
I could see you were. I was trying. Last 20 laps, man, my right rear was done. That thing was sideways off the corner, off of 4 almost every lap.
I got involved in 3 accidents, John. Anything's better than what I did today. Looking forward to racing you at Pocono, though.
Yeah, 10-4 on that, man. Yeah, sorry didn't go better for you, but look, hey, 3X and you still savage a 15th. That ain't too bad, dude. Alrighty. Save that. And I'll pull up the results. And then we will call it a night. Standings should be updated tomorrow. That was a fun night, guys. I hope you guys had fun. That was, you know, 3rd in the prelim race there. And then 6th in the big one. I'll take that. That's solid. I know it, you know, I would love to be going out there and trying to win everything. I am not up there yet. But, yeah. That was pretty darn good. I will take that. Wish I could have gotten the 0 incidents. That's 2 bonus points in this league, so wish I could have done that. Did not, but that's all right. yeah. Good stuff. Made ground. So I will pull over the point standings here real quick. Standings. Cup Series. Here we go. Because I want to show what we're looking at. So, let's see. These guys here. Win, 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 and win. So those guys are in front of me. This guy has a win, but I don't think he's going to complete enough this season to get there. Because he's only participated in 4 races. But if he does go up, then it all shifts down. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spots with wins. And then we're looking at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16th right there is Daniel Hallis. That's who I'm chasing. 278 points back. And I also got to get by Jordan Gonzalez, David Wellborn as well. So tonight, all of them wrecked, and I was able to get 6th. So let's see. Where did Wellborn finish? He finished 23rd. Jordan Gonzalez finished 12th, and Daniel Hallis finished 15th. So we're going to gain decent number of points on all of them. But, man, we got to keep gaining it at a pretty good clip to cut that lead down, because that's 373 points. So, you know, I gain maybe 9 or 10 tonight. So that closes it up a good bit, but that's still a good gap. So anyway, it's gonna be down to the wire to try to make the playoffs for sure. But we'll see. I'm in position to make it in the SSCA. That race is Thursday, by the way. And yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. That was a lot of fun. Good stream tonight. Had a blast. I'm gonna get them credits rolling. And find someone to raid. Don't do that. Come on, just roll credits live. There we go. Alrighty. Thank you very much, guys. Always appreciated. Thank you to gasometers for the biddies. Much appreciated. Thanks, as always, to my mods. Doesn't always credit all you guys, but appreciate it. Thank you to my new followers, Lightning McQuinn 91, Big Dave 4028, 4 Tires and Fuel, Fubba Questor, Cypher Scott, Miller Extreme 84, Beer 30, Mudbath 55, Whiskey Drinkers, Hardcore Parkour 97, DMLC Racing Channel, and Soxer. And thank you to Ride OK and G Benson 208 for the resubs. Very much appreciated. I believe that's 3 months for both of you guys. Awesome stuff. Really appreciate it. Much love to y'all. Let's see.